Hey everyone, welcome back to your Ninja Academy. Today we're going to go through Naruto giving his DNA to Sasuke. If you would like to see more about Naruto in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. The ocular abilities are a big deal for Naruto fans in general. Even though they consist of only powers coming from the eyes, it is something that Kishimoto managed to address and deepen very well in Naruto's work. Because of these, several abilities are created or adapted in the work in order to measure strength, power with the enemy, or just explore a genetic characteristic that is inherited from relatives. As most of them are described, Naruto has an interesting element in its narrative. But even for its most recent continuation, Boruto undoubtedly shows us a little of such abilities. So to begin, our explanations will present a general way about the eye abilities. Sharingan, the first and most famous to appear in the anime, Shi and Gekkei Genkai, that belongs to the Uchiha clan known as Coping Eye. Hypnotizing and perception, it is awakened with hatred or a very great stress. Mangekyo Sharingan is an advanced evolution of Sharingan and an awakened Geiken Geikai. As an awakening, he had the trauma of seeing a very dear person die. The most known strikes are Amaterasu, Kamui, and Susanoo. Byakugan is a technique awakened by the Hyuga and Otsutsuki clan and is called the All-Seeing Eye, and a Genkai Genkai that belongs to the Hyuga give white eyes. When activated, they become eyes with enlarged pupils and veins through their eyes. The Byakugan, the person is already born with it. Kitsurigan, he is called as Eye of the Blood of the Dragon. He was seen by the Shino clan. This dojutsu is so dangerous that the village made a war against this clan. Who eliminated him was the Uchiha clan. Few that can rival the Rinnegan considered the Eye of Reincarnation awakened by Himura, also of the Otsutsuki clan. It is an evolution of the Byakugan. Raine Sharingan, the most powerful dojutsu in the anime to date. In the Raine Sharingan, it means the rotating coping eye. It was awakened in Kaguya and Madara. Worth an honorable mention, Pro Jougan, which is basically a new Kekkei Genkai introduced in Boruto, which means pure eye. It was awakened by the protagonist in one of his eyes. At first, the Uzumaki was unable to activate it, taking advantage of it only when it happened spontaneously. This Kekkei Genkai is related to the Otsutsuki dimension, still developing in the plot. As observed in the fight between Kibaki and Boruto, we saw that in the future this Uzumaki will have enough mastery over his eye abilities. Rinnegan and the Supreme Rinnegan are donjutsus, meaning the Eye of Reincarnation, also one of the strongest few who have managed to awaken the Rinnegan. Those who managed to awaken the Rinnegan could be gods of creation or destruction. Supreme Rinnegan was first discovered by Sasuke. It is a normal Sharingan with 6 stone and more powerful than Madara's and Agoromo's. One of the requirements to awaken the Rinnegan is to have the Chakra of Indra and Ashura. Oh Bruce, but there is another requirement, that is to possess the chakra of Uchiha and Senju, which in this case is to be a descendant. Yes, however, Obito had both, but he didn't awaken the Rinnegan. The only 2 people who have achieved such feat are Madara and Sasuke. What those 2 have in common is the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan that they awakened by taking their brother's Mangekyos. Obito, on the other hand, had a normal Mangekyo Sharingan, and that explains why he couldn't evolve his Sharingan to Rinnegan despite having both lineages. So my deduction is The highest point of the Sharingan, aka Eternal Mangekyo, plus Hashirama's cell/chakra or Otsutsuki lineage that can be obtained by mixing Senju and Uchiha genes equal the Rinnegan. Now the question, in my opinion, if Naruto were to take Sasuke's Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and implant it into his eyes, then he would manifest the Rinnegan. This is because he would meet the requirements for the evolution, which are Otsutsuki lineage or a mixture of both Senju and Uchiha chakras. However, this is something Naruto would never do, plus it would be something that would escape too much of the protagonist's focus. Dojutsus are not really physical things that can be lost by the loss of an eyeball, but the eyeballs are consequences and after effects of a single chakra that affects said eyeball's optic nerves. The important thing is the chakra and not what you use to affect with said chakra. In this case, the eyes. Perhaps this is why some techniques like the Susanoo were still usable, even though Itachi was blind and Madara had no eyes in the eyeballs. Tobirama explains that the first Sharingan is a result of a special chakra in the brain affecting the optical nerves, and the results are the Sharingans. Madara, the incarnate of Indra, fused his chakra with Ashura's chakra, Hashirama cells, leading to the manifestation of the Rinnegan. Again, it was the chakra work that led to the later results and not the physical eye itself. However, let's move on. Sasuke obtained Hagoromo's chakra power during the war arc, not Hagoromo's physical eyeball. Here we see in Gaiden Sasuke being low on his own chakra, which happened since the war arc, and said result affecting his eyes. And the last movie, Toneri needed pure Byakugan Hyuga chakra and his own Otsutsuki Moon chakra to get Hamura's chakra and awakened Teisengan. Once he lost his chakra due to exhaustion or being defeated, the dojutsu also left him. Hanabi's chakra Byakugan was restored in his eyes. Hiashi further explains that not all Hyuga awaken Byakugan, even though their eyes have no pupil. Again, it is the chakra and its long-term effects that matter, not the physical body parts that acts as tools. Mutants adjusts to the chakra that they receive. Thinking of it as the chakra of the body power, Naruto's body adapts and changes to the new chakra he receives, straightening it beyond its previous limits. All in all, Sasuke only needs one eyeball, probably his own eyeball, and in time it would transform into the Rinnegan again, as it did with Madara. It doesn't matter if his old eye is a MS and not an EMS. That is not a necessary factor, although anything from the EMS, I think, to the new Rinnegan eye will be lost. As for Obito not getting Rinnegan being a Jubi gene, it's the same thing as Naruto not getting it. Neither are Indra incarnate, they don't have the other half of Hagoromo's chakra to mutate, change their eye with the said chakra to begin with. Meanwhile, Sasuke has Hagoromo's power to let his eye change, just as Madara fused his chakra and that of Hashi, Indra/Ashura, resulting in perhaps a different Rinnegan than the one Sasuke received, since the sons are not 100% copies of their father. I have come to the conclusion that Naruto Uzumaki is able to awaken the Rinnegan through DNA infusion, similar to Madara Uchiha's way of awakening his Rinnegan by Senju DNA infusion that he acquired through Hashirama Senju with his Uchiha DNA. Looking at Naruto's bloodline, he is half Uzumaki through his late mother Kushina Uzumaki. That being said, it has been noted that the members of the Uzumaki clan are descendants of the Senju clan, in which case Naruto is technically Senju in the lineage sense. This being the case, if Naruto infuses his Uzumaki Senju DNA with Uchiha DNA, would he not be able to awaken the Rinnegan? Technically, the combination of Senju and Uchiha DNA recreates the Otsutsuki DNA that allows one to obtain the eye powers of Rinnegan. Does it really matter what order the DNA was infused into the other? Uchiha to Senju, Senju to Uchiha to awaken the Rinnegan? It would only succeed if someone has already awakened the dojutsus, notably the Sharingan. I personally don't think so, simply because Hagoromo Otsutsuki did not require any form of dojutsu before awakening his Rinnegan, although he naturally contained the necessary DNA, being a direct descent of his late mother Kaguya Otsutsuki. I personally don't think so, simply because Hagoromo did not require any form of dojutsu before awakening his Rinnegan, although he naturally contained the necessary DNA, being direct descent of his late mother Kaguya Otsutsuki. But anyway, the subject gets more and more complex. All we can take from this is that a situation like this would not be well used if it didn't have a good context. But we all know that Kishimoto knows how to use or recycle well one moment to introduce another, since in the original work he did it many times. But that's it. I think that of all the scenarios and possibilities already seen, I don't bet on the possibility of Naruto giving his power to Sasuke again. Even if something very serious happens, there will be new ways to revert the situation. Well, at least that's how I see it. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for the video, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading them all, as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite